Hi guys, it's me, Chris. It is episode 2. These are your bonus visuals. Aren't you so fucking lucky? Look at this beautiful girl. Hey Tammy.
Hey, how are you all? It's Tammy from Tea with Tammy.
I'm so happy that you came on this week. Thank you so much. The audio part, if you guys haven't heard it yet, trust me, it's hilarious. It's great. And listen, I know that sometimes like people have been like, Chris, you're not always like super compassionate. Like Tammy, I got some compassion this week. Okay, so check it
Okay,
out.
okay, okay.
Never did anything for you guys. I'm just kidding. Okay, so also I know y'all can tell like I'm not in my room, but that's because my boyfriend sleep because he works late. So
Gotta
and
switch it up.
meanwhile I'm like super loud and laughing, so he probably up anyway. But anyway, so my bad. Anyway, so I sent you two topics that I wanted to cover. I think I can't decide what I want to start with. I feel like let's unpack that Twitter screenshot. So before you read it, last week there was a guy on Twitter who went on a date, and go ahead and read it.
All right, so this young man said, I went on a date with a young woman who didn't want to sneak snacks into the movies. Not sure which direction life has taken her, but I hope she's well because I wasn't sticking around for that. He had to
I
text
just
her.
you gave me emotion, like you gave me voice, I loved it. So listen, what like okay, let's
I
unpack
wonder how
this.
that interaction went.
Like would the like okay, so I imagine they're like at the like grocery store checkout line, and he gets like he's got mad M&Ms and mad like Twizzlers, and then he's just like, and then he went to like, and she
Like,
was
put this
like,
in your purse.
no, and she was like, I will not.
That's crazy. Cause I am down to sneak everything in. I'm trying to sneak in the 24-ounce like drink. Like I'm trying to sneak in everything.
Girl, don't let it be winter time. I'll have my coat open like the nigga from Coming to America. All types of shit.
That's
Listen,
crazy.
couple questions. How old is this girl? Like,
Right.
um, and it and even no matter what the answer to that question is, like we are like movie tickets have not been $1.25 for 100 years. Like, so let's
For a very
like
long time. Very long
right,
time. I feel like it had to have been one of two situations. She either
right.
one was really paranoid that they were going to be caught and be embarrassed because of it, or two, she feels like, I'm better than this. You should be paying for the snacks. Like, what are we doing? Why are we sneaking stuff in? And if she's on that tip, then you need an extra because no matter how much money you have, it is not worth spending $15 on some popcorn. Like, what?
It's not.
It's
I
not.
listen. I better not hear Jay-Z buying M&Ms at the concession stand. Like, stop it. Like, listen. Let's just say. Okay, so I'm gonna break down the two things you said. So being embarrassed and getting caught, like,
Like,
somebody's
and
gonna be like that rustle, that rustling of that bag doesn't sound like like they bought it at concession.
that's my wallet.
Right, right. Like, stop it. Like, okay, and then if she's like, and now you're like, well, if I'm not good enough to buy concession candy, like, bitch, I spent $55 just for a seat. Like, can you stop it? Like, ticket, like, listen, I don't know when last time y'all been to the movies, but tickets is damn near $20 a piece. Like, I need y'all to
It's
really,
expensive. And don't you see no 3D movie?
girl. Listen, I'm not paying for no 3D movie unless it's gonna replay in my head as I'm driving home.
Right. You get to take the movie home with you. That's
Yes,
the only way.
exactly. If I get a free fucking mental copy of it, I can just be
It's
like, boop,
goofy.
and just play it again.
Right.
But
That's the only way.
listen, I am not above. I have never been above. I will not ever be above. I'm telling y'all now on whatever day this is, the 20th. Happy birthday, Martin Luther King. Like all of that. Like on his birthday, I am not above. Listen, he said,
Wow.
"Let freedom ring," and
Right.
like
The
that's what I'm
freedom
trying
of
to
these
do. Like
snacks.
the
The
freedom of me
freedom of these
bringing shit
snacks.
in my purse. Like, listen. What is your favorite thing to smuggle into the movie theater?
Listen, I love Bunch of Crunch. And so if you go to like the grocery store or like the Dollar Tree, they're $1. I'm not spending $6, $7 on, something I know I'm gonna eat in like 20 minutes.
Exactly. Yes, come through Dollar Tree. Like that is like if you're not a real nigga if you don't stop at Dollar Tree before you go to the movies. Like, and that's
Like,
real.
what are you doing? Like,
Where are you from? Like, I don't
that's not
understand.
even that's part of going to the movies.
It's like we need enough time to stop at Dollar Tree.
Right. It's planned in the movie going. Like, you have to go.
Maybe she only brought a wristlet. Like I'm
Right. She
trying
was
to
like,
make
I
it
don't even
make
have
sense.
a purse today.
Right. Like literally all she could fit is that bunch of crunch. Like
Right. She better stuff it somewhere. Come on
listen.
now. Come on.
So Twitter, in normal Twitter fashion, half of these people that I know for a fact are lying are like, oh, I would never be with a nigga that couldn't pay for the whole night and blah 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 blah. Like,
Lies.
okay. Like
Lies.
we're talking about okay. I always think of it like this. Where you're not spending money frivolously, you could be spending on money. You could be spending that on me in like other ways. So
Facts.
go ahead and keep that $20, and I'm gonna hit you up for something else later. Like, and that's how that goes.
Facts.
Like
Facts.
I don't like I. There's nothing in me that wants to see a nigga spend $20 on a thing of popcorn in the pop. Like not nobody. Like nothing. Like there's nothing in me that's like, oh, I love when niggas like just waste money like that. Like
Right. Because it's that's weird on your end. Like, you just want
yeah,
him to just throw money away when that could have went towards something important for you.
listen,
Because when I go to the movies, usually there's dinner involved. It's either dinner in the movie or movie and a dinner. And so I'd rather
right,
have that extra money for a better meal later. Like, let's just sneak in
exactly,
these little cheap snacks for now. And we're gonna
right.
have, a better time later. Like, we're gonna have a grand time with this money later.
Exactly. Like, listen, there have been times where a nigga has gone and had like real ass food in her purse, like, and I have no qualms, no like, and you better not say nothing to me. Like,
I'm like eating a
yes,
bucket
this
of
is
chicken in
foil.
the theater.
Yes, this is aluminum foil. You hearing? Okay, like, what are you gonna do about it? Like,
Gosh, I mean, I'm
yes,
guilty. I'm a little guilty. I've had a few real meals in the movie theater
yeah.
before.
Or if you don't stop at Dollar Tree, you stop at a drive through somewhere. Roll that bag up real tight, keep it warm.
I've had curly fries up in
Better
there,
say it. You better say it
man.
with the dipping sauce. Like you better say that. Like
Trying not to make a mess in the dark, struggling.
yes, trying to figure it out. Like listen, but again, I'm for that as opposed to niggas just wasting money on things that are obviously inflated. Like we gotta stop shunning people for that stuff, y'all. Like I just like I don't know. Like we gotta stop like
Oh,
shunning.
I do have
Like
another scenario for that though,
yeah, yeah,
because maybe they were going to one of those theaters where they have like the
the
waiters
food
and
and
like,
stuff.
right, because then that's a little too awkward. Then you really can't hide it because they're gonna be like, "Where'd that come from? We didn't serve you
Mm-hmm.
that. So we like, are we charging you for that? Like, where did this outside food come from?" And so it's you got to be careful what theater you're going to. Like, you got to go to the one like the little cheap ones if
Right.
you trying to sneak in a whole
Trying
meal.
to don't be trying to take a girl to a premium movie theater and trying to get her to sneak in some chewy sweethearts. Like
Right.
yeah. So I mean, but listen, something tells me that that wasn't the case. Like you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm hoping that was the case so that I could like understand. But I wonder. The last part of that tweet said he said I hope she's doing well.
Right. Not sure
So
which
I'm trying to
direction
figure out.
life has taken her, but I hope she's well because I wasn't sticking around for that.
So right. So I'm like, did he bounce like, or did he move seats? Like he was
I
like,
mean, I man, they probably didn't even go to the movies because like, how are you gonna enjoy the movie without your snacks?
true story. Like, like you're already ruining this day, girl. Like,
Right. It's already ruined. It's already ruined.
and we talking about just like I don't know. It's something weird about a girl that wants a nigga just to frivolously spend money that they work hard for. Like
Right.
or
Yeah.
don't work hard for it, whatever the case. Like, I don't know, it's weird. But people on Twitter, like there's apparently, based on this tweet, there's a lot of bitches in the world that are very much like with whatever the fuck that girl was doing. And you know what else? They'll also be at home on Saturday night. Like,
Right. Ask
with
them when's the
it.
last time they've been to the movies.
Right. Yo, so speaking of sneaking food into the movie, so my niece, one of my nieces, my oldest niece, she is, we call her Snitchy McGee. Like she is like the most like any like everything like unsettles her. Like, and we be like, this is how we know you're not embracing your blackness enough. Like, because everything like she's like, oh, like so listen, so like we were so I live in Vegas, so a lot of our movie theaters are in like casinos. And so, you have the food court and stuff before you get to the movie theater. So we were at the food court and we got food and we ate most of it. And then like her dad had maybe like that much of a burger left. And so he was walking towards the movie theater with it, like kind of nibbling on it. And she was like, and we were like, what? Like, and he was like, she was like, the, the sign said that you can't bring inside food.
Is she part of the family?
She is like she is like she came out of my blood sister, like she is like.
That's
And she
crazy.
was just like, you can't, the sign says that you're not supposed to take
She
inside,
said,
inside food. She really did. Like, when I tell you tears were coming out her eyes, like I was like, oh hell no. Like, you go home. Like, I can't. Another time, just because she's hilarious. Another time, my sister was pregnant with my other niece. And you know how you go to like the party stores, maybe have like that loose ass candy, like that you can like fill up in the candy thing. So my pregnant ass
mm-hmm.
sister took like 2 Jolly Ranchers, and when I tell you, my niece was looking up at every security camera, like
She's like,
over
oh my
20
God.
cents. Over 20 cents. I was like, oh no, I can't go nowhere with you. Like, this is like,
You gotta
you
be
need to lean into
careful.
your blackness. Right. I gotta be careful with the shit I do around you because you're gonna snitch on me. Like, I can't even. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so
She's the weakest
I'm
link.
so, like, so I
She
know
gonna
that
crack.
if my niece was behind these two people buying this candy, she'd have definitely blew the spot up. So,
That's crazy.
so it is my mission to make sure she don't grow up to be this girl. So,
Please, please.
oh my God. So, another thing that I saw on the internet this week that was so funny to me. So I was looking, and a girl had a post, and she was like, I guess she was trying to get to LaGuardia Airport in New York from wherever she was. It looked like maybe a 15-minute ride, maybe at most. And there were some options. So you guys drive Uber or ride Uber or have before. So it's like the regular Uber and then Uber X, Uber XL, whatever the case. And then the last option showed a walking buddy, and the price was significantly different. Like, so it went from like 25, like between 30, 25 and $30 down to the walking buddy for like $7.92, right? So fiscally, like it looks like that made sense. But
Right.
it also showed like an hour and a half commute. When I saw, we've later find out that somebody like photoshopped it to make it that look like it was an option, so it's not an option. But let's just talk about if it was. How many motherfuckers like Joe Goldberg are gonna roll up on you,
Facts.
making you hold his hand for 2.5 miles, like.
Right. So that just opens a window for a lot of weirdness to happen. Like, who is this buddy that I'm signing up for? Like, do you get to
They
pick
don't have a
like their
license plate
sex?
number.
Like, I don't want to pick their ethnicity. I don't want to walk with another. Like, I don't know. Like, should I be walking with another black person because now we both target,
Now y'all
or
look,
should I
yeah,
be
I don't
walking
know.
with a white person so I feel protected? Like, who is the buddy?
I
Like,
don't know. Like, I definitely need I need a link to their Instagram and Facebook, like before, like I accept that. I mean, like, cause you're like, damn, and I'm like, but who the fuck trying to walk to the fucking airport? Like, like,
right, with your luggage and everything.
is my walking buddy carrying that? Like, is if he carrying my shit?
Right.
Man, and I got some sensible shoes on, like
Right, right. But
like
it would
get 'em.
have to be like a mile like cap on that. Like we only
Yeah,
walking
like
like up to like 3 miles. Like
we walking
like
across freeways and shit. Like,
right, like where are we going? Where are we going?
yo,
It's
but I
snowing.
did get like walking buddy. Do you have a sled? Like,
Right.
did you bring a sled? Like, I mean, but like Uber Eats and stuff, like there's some like food like apps that like people can bring you their shit on a bike and shit. So like when I saw the walking buddy, I was like, that's not too far off. Like,
True.
but also it definitely needs to be like, and I feel like a mile might even be too much to be walking with a stranger. Like, I feel like a half a mile should be like the cap. Like, I just need to go to the store, like right there, like, and I don't want to walk
Right.
back. I need somebody to hold my bags, like. But like, I got very a whole bunch of Goldberg vibes from this Walking Dead.
Hmm.
I was like, wow, like he probably a nigga that's been stalking you for 2 months anyway. He's been just
Right.
hanging by where you trying to get a ride from, like waiting to be the walking buddy. Like,
Yeah, and walk you all the way to your door. Like, back up.
and he
Right.
gonna be, yeah, he's gonna end the walk like y'all went on a date, like had such a nice time. Like, oh, I don't.
We are not buddies like that.
I know what the app said, but let's be real. Like, like, and then what happens if you like rate them before you lock the door all the way? Like, he'd be like 1 star. Like,
Wow.
there's no car door between you and him no more. Like,
That's crazy. That's
I don't.
awkward. Too awkward. I'm glad it's not a real thing because they would
I'm
have to
glad
work
it
out
is
a few
too.
more kinks first.
But I also saw another screenshot, and I think that this one was more valid because I've heard of that. But Uber has helicopters, I guess. And there was an option in some city that the helicopter was cheaper than like the car ride. And I was like, all day I'm pulling up like Diddy. Like, are you kidding? Like on the helipad to go
Oh
to
my
to go
gosh.
to Forever 21. Like, I'm in there.
Just for a random lunch date. Like, I'm on
Yes.
the roof.
Nigga, can you imagine going on a blind date and you pull up on the helipad, like
Oh my
super
god.
wind blown, like
Right. I know if a guy did that, I mean, we definitely go together now because I'm gonna be like,
oh
ooh,
yeah,
he's balling. He got a whole copter.
definitely,
A whole
definitely giving
copter.
it up, definitely giving it up for the helicopter ride. Like,
Look how easy we are.
look, I know. So anybody out there with a helicopter, holler at us. Like we're with that shit. No, but yeah, I mean, I haven't this year. I haven't rode Uber as much as I have in the past, so I don't really know. I'm glad the walking thing isn't real. That was very scary to me, especially with you being out. And I haven't been able to say this on record, so I would like to say this on record. I've been watching you guys, and I like the second season, but I don't want to give away the second season because I know everybody hasn't seen it. But I'm gonna go back to the first season and just say, imagine the life Beck could have had she just shut the fuck up and listened to his explanation.
For real though. I
I
mean,
mean, just like the baby, when my nigga comes with like very accurate receipts on why he did things, I cannot help but stand. Like, so he
you're
said,
like, well, he
she,
does have a point.
I mean, like, okay, terrible boyfriend that wasn't even claiming you and fucking hella other bitches and stuff like that. Get rid of that nigga for me. A bitch that's like got hella pictures, like possibly to blackmail me, but probably because she in love with me, like, and I ain't feeling like that. Get rid of her. Like, get rid of my haters, Joe. Like, I'm with that.
But permanently though, you gotta
Listen,
kill
I don't
people.
know. Listen, I just know they gone. I don't know what happens to them. Like,
That's crazy. But I mean, he do be having some points, but I
he
can't say
really
I'm
does.
always on his side. I can't say
Like,
that part.
okay. Maybe he takes things a little too far. Maybe he could just
Right.
get niggas a one-way ticket somewhere. But
Right. Something like
right,
that.
like leave and never come back. Like he's like, you're leaving and you're never coming
Right.
back.
You cannot enter back into the country when I'm done with you.
No, not at all. Okay, so Tammy, if you're ready, it's time to play If We're Asking You. Don't be nervous. Very like fun, like rando things. Okay, so don't be nervous. It's
Okay.
all good.
Okay.
Okay, so if you're ready, I wish I had like the fucking Who Wants to Be a Millionaire music, but I
Right.
don't. Okay, so if we're asking you, Tammy, cold or warm weather?
We're gonna have to do. Oh man, that's hard. Oof. I'm gonna do warm, just because everyone's out and about, like everyone
Yeah,
outside.
that's true. That's true. I always flip flop. So when it's cold, I'll be like, damn, I can't wait till it gets hot. But I live in Vegas, and you live in Texas, so you get it. Like then it gets hot, and you're like, fuck, I hate this. Like
Right,
I want it to be
right.
cold again. So yeah, for sure. I'm from Chicago, where it's only two temperatures, so it's either hella cold or hella humid. So,
Ooh, ooh,
so
right.
yeah. Okay, so Tammy, if we're asking you, Chiefs or 49ers?
Ooh, okay. So I'm not big on football, but I got some homies and they are. And so
Okay.
they're going for the 49ers. So I just by association have to say that, because then once we end this, I'm going to get beat up.
Okay,
So
fair enough. Go 49ers. Also, very much for the 49ers. Don't DM me. Okay, so
oh, don't
okay,
at me.
please. So Tammy, if we're asking you, what is the superior social media site?
A superior? Ooh.
Like
Um,
what's the one if all the other ones fell off the face of the earth today, you'd be okay as long as this one was still here.
oh, okay. So like to me though. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to go with Twitter, because I get a lot with Twitter. Like people still post pictures and videos, and I get the commentary, and I get most of my like laughs from Twitter. And so, like even though I get updated on a lot of tragic information, and it's a newsworthy source too. When things
yeah.
trend, like why are they trending? But Twitter is just like top notch entertainment.
Absolutely. I cannot agree. I could not agree more. Okay, so if we're asking you, Tammy, Bad Boys 1 or Bad Boys 2?
Ooh. Um, I'm always down for like the original of something. So I gotta say the first one. Like it's classic. It was the first of its kind. And I feel like whenever there's a first of like a trilogy or something, they're always trying to just top that. Like they're
Hmm.
always reverting back to like, we gotta find that same chemistry again. And so
Hmm.
yeah, the first one.
I just watched the first one last night and so funny still. But I think when I like think I can't pick because I like the first movie, but I love the Bad Boys 2 soundtrack. Like Chicken Feel
Ooh, yeah.
Better. Like
You're
I was
right.
like, holy shit. Yeah, and then the Jay-Z song. And it was a great album. So I don't want to pick. Did you see Bad Boys 3 yet?
No, I have not. And I'm kind of nervous too, because when I watched the trailer, it didn't do anything for me. And so I don't want to go into it and then be disappointed. And so I might just
Yeah.
wait for the Netflix Hulu version.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go see it probably when the day that this actually drops. So I will tell everybody about it if I hate it
Hey,
or not. Because when I first heard that they were gonna do it, I definitely was against it. I was like, "What the fuck for?" Because I just have this thing with like, nigga, if it take you more than a decade to give me a sequel, like I don't really need it that bad. I mean, but then
right.
again, I love Toy Story 3, so
Good point. And I did enjoy Incredibles too. So,
yeah. Yeah, we definitely waited half of our lives for it, so the least they could do was make it good. So, okay. So, Tammy, if we're asking you, which Tyler Perry movie has the most plot holes?
Lord, I can't even. Oh my gosh. All of them. Oh my gosh.
That's the
Okay.
correct answer. Thank you. Listen, if anybody listens to the podcast, you guys know I cannot fuck with those. I can't fuck with those stories. I think Tyler
Me
Perry is
either.
great. It's great for trying to open Black Hollywood. I think it's great that he's giving people platforms and fucking jobs and all that stuff. I think that shit is amazing. I think it's amazing what he does for the community, all that. But those fucking movies suck. Okay,
Gotta
they are
go.
always so trash. And I haven't seen the new one on Netflix, but I'm definitely gonna watch it because I love to laugh. And and everybody is saying that Tyler Perry wrote, directed, produced, and made the wigs for this movie. So I'm so excited.
It looked like he made the wig. It do look like he made the wig.
I'm so excited.
It looks rough. I watched the trailer and
Yeah.
I was laughing already. I was
Yeah.
laughing
I was
already.
just like, I don't know. I don't know what that dude looks like for real, but I know that can't be his hair. Like I can't like
Right. I already know we. Oh my gosh,
I
that's
know you know what I'm
funny.
talking about.
Right, because
So
wasn't he the one that had or no? He was in another like dramatic movie. Oh
uh-huh.
my gosh. But yeah, I think they really went overboard when it comes to the costumes and the wigs.
So yeah, I'm excited to see if I can count how many plot holes in that one. Okay, so Tammy, if we're asking you, what's the hardest thing about podcasting?
Ooh,
You're 100 episodes in. If people don't know that, you're 100 episodes in. That is like a total milestone. So, what's the hardest thing in those 100 episodes?
I want to say being consistent because consistency is what's really going to keep your listeners listening. Even though they're on a whole separate type of shenanigans, when I listen to the Joe Budden podcast, I really like admire that they drop like religiously, like twice a week, every week. They barely take any breaks, and that's what keeps people coming back because they can rely on them. And so for
Mhm.
me, that can be hard because life happens. I have a 9 to 5, like. I have responsibilities in my life I have to tend to. And so sometimes I'm like, this week, I'm sorry, it's hiatus week, or this week I have
Mhm.
a guest host. And I know that sometimes I can derail things for listeners, but hopefully they're sticking around and sticking with me and just waiting for my return.
Absolutely. That's totally my answer, consistency. And that's something that I really prided myself on in the last quarter of last year of like really just trying to make sure that I'm being consistent because I can't expect people to be consistently listening to me if I'm not consistently providing things for them to listen to. So
Right.
that's why guys, that's why y'all are like, how many fucking episodes are you gonna release in this like week and a half? But it's just because I kind of shorted y'all after right after the new year, so I owed it to you guys. So I've dropped 71 or episode 70 and 71 like almost like within 72 hours of each other. This is gonna go back on track. So you are bringing me back on track, Sammy. Like, hey girl. So okay, so finally, if we're asking you, Tammy, what is your favorite childhood cartoon?
That's
It
so
doesn't have to be one.
hard.
It doesn't have to be one. You could throw out a few.
Okay, well, I mean, Proud Family is like up here. Like you
Girl, can
can't
I
like the
can I tell
culture
you
was built for Proud Family.
I have Disney Plus for no other reason. Do you understand what I'm telling you?
Right.
No other reason.
Facts.
No other reason.
But I mean, besides that, I love me some Hey Arnold. Um, I was really a fan. Like it's weird, but it was like Daria. I was a little bit older by the time I started watching that, maybe like middle school. But I'm a fan of like adult cartoons too. And so
Me
even though
too.
I wasn't supposed to be watching it, I was watching Family Guy. Of course, Simpsons are classic, but I'm gonna say my top two is probably Proud Family and Hey Arnold. Those
I
are
can.
top notch.
I like it. I like you.
You were right here
um,
with it. Right here with it.
I have this thing where like I'm always trying because I have a I have a 10-year-old or a 10 and a half year old and then an 8-year-old. So I'm always trying to introduce them to shit that I used to watch. So we're currently watching Proud Family.
Nice.
We've ran through the Doug show. We ran through Doug. Daria probably not, but like so, but like
Yeah, no.
but like I'm always trying to get them to watch like old cartoons I used to watch. Like I think we ran through Kids Codename Kids Next Door. Like that was my shit.
Oh, classic. Cartoon
So
Network.
like
Yes.
yeah, man, good stuff. Oh, Courage the Cowardly Dog. We've ran through that. Like so I'm always like trying to be like, yo, this shit used to be super funny to me. Like let me see if it's funny to you guys. And they really appreciate it.
Nice.
They love the grandpa on the Los Angeles grandpa because the way he be laughing like Like they
That's
love him.
hilarious. Oh, you make me want to go back and watch. But I love how you're doing that with your children, how you're, like introducing the things that you enjoyed because I did that not with the cartoon, but with my little sister. She's 16 now, but this was probably like 2 years ago. But I showed her Malcolm in the Middle on Netflix, and I was
Mm.
like, I used to watch this all the time, like religiously, like every day. Like Malcolm in the Middle was my shit.
Mm.
And I showed it to her, and she was like, "This is hilarious." And so, like, she
Yeah.
ran through that all through on Netflix, and I was just so happy that we were able to connect on something that doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't know. That's just is really like because we get older. I feel like people like past generations are always so good at like keepsaking or like like I don't or like what am I trying to say like time capsuling like things like and
Right.
like that like that's why we know the music that we know and you know what I'm saying stuff like that. So like I'm always like trying to figure out like ways to connect like my childhood to theirs like just to kind of
Right.
I don't know but it works
Yes,
so.
it's beautiful. Yes.
I don't want them to be one of those kids with graphic t-shirts of old shit that they don't know anything about. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That.
So Family Matters. We've been watching Family Matters too. So
Oh, that's
yeah.
cute.
And like that's important too, because it's not really a whole bunch of black people like on TV anymore. So like that's to me that's important. Like for them to watch Proud Family, like they still don't understand why the girl sisters are blue, but like I keep trying to
They
ash.
ashy.
We're
That's
working on it.
hilarious. They ashy as fuck.
Yeah, they're so ashy. But yeah, so that's it, girl. You survived the YouTube bonus content. Like, thank you so much. Tammy, before we go, please tell them where they can catch the tea with you, boo.
Oh, yes. So Tea with Tammy. And so this is my business card.
Look at
Sip
her.
Tea
Look
is
at
about
her.
urban culture with young creatives. And so
Yes.
find me on iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, Stitcher Radio. I also have a website, teawithtammy.com, where I have blogs, playlist series, and of course the podcast show. In 2020, I will be going visual, so look out for the YouTube content coming soon. And until then, just find me on the Twitter timeline and make sure to sip tea.
Yes. Are we follow? I don't know if my main like I know the podcast page follows you, but I need to make sure that I'm following you because
Yes, yes.
I'm always on. If anybody's ever looking for me, like check my Twitter. Like don't check the
Right,
podcast Twitter. Like find me. I'm usually there.
right.
Okay. So thank you so much. Your card. I love that you had a card right now. Like that was amazing. I love it. I love it. All right, guys. So make sure that you guys are checking out her show. Make sure that you guys are checking out my show. Obviously, that's why you're here. Make sure that you guys are subscribing, rating, reviewing, telling me you love it, telling me you hate it. I don't care. But, whatever. All right, guys. I will see you guys next week. We are back on track. I am inching closer and closer to episode 100. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do about it. But I got time. I got a couple weeks, so we'll figure it out. Thank you so much again for hanging out with me. I so appreciate it. Happy Martin Luther King Day.
Yes.
All day. All right, honey. Thanks so much. I'll talk to you soon.